Now guys, there's just been a massive announcement coming from China, and I must say, boy, this is what we've been waiting for. China right now, as I'm doing this video, they just announced or have approved 6 trillion yen worth of program or government stimulus, which is massive, man, because previously we have been just discussing this, but the government had not approved yet. And seeing these $839 billion of debt to rescue the local government and boost the Chinese economy, it is just so massive and amazing, because you will know that a couple of weeks we were talking about the 325. In fact, on the 12th of October, we were talking about the 325 massive stimulus that Chinese government intends on spending in these last 3 months of this year, which is massive, which is incredible. And seeing that today government just approved $839 billion or 600 trillion yen, this is just so massive. This is bullish, because ladies and gents, we are going to see companies like Nio doing very well. I don't know, this today might result into all the Chinese equities continuing gaining or surging because of this, because these approvals play a huge role. I mean, just a couple of days ago, in fact I think 2 or 3 days ago, just before the elections or the US election was finalized, we read that China was weighing on to a stimulus of worth $1.4 trillion should Trump win, which is something that shows you that they plan on doing more great things. They consider maybe Trump as a tough competition, which is why they want to make sure that they are ready. Their economy is ready for the new US elected president, which is massive, which is incredible. And this is going to boost stocks like Nio, because you will know that not only will China bank institutions be buying Chinese equities like Nio in the markets or in the stock markets, but they will also be announcing stimulus that will be bringing or making the Chinese consumers to have more money to spend, to go and buy new cars, to go and buy their own cars, which this is massive. This is bullish onto Nio or companies or Chinese equities like Nio. It is for this reason that I'm saying, or I think we might continue seeing the rally continuing, because China just approved 6 trillion worth of stimulus, which is massive. Now, this 6 trillion that China just approved today, it will then, or it is going to raise the local government debt to 35.52 trillion yen, which is something that, again, I think it is good, because at the end of the day, if they don't do this, then the recovering or the Chinese economy recovering will be very hard, and it is therefore very, very good for China to increase their debt by means of issuing new bonds, which is something that, of course, it is pretty exciting. So this is something that I think it is incredible. I mean, big financial institutions, big guns, billionaires have come in and weighed this issue and said that this is massive. And Bloomberg has been telling us that we might not be seeing the results of this massive stimulus from China, but it is there, it is coming, and it will bear fruit. This is what Bloomberg was telling us a couple of weeks ago, and knowing and saying that right now 6 trillion yen has been approved. It is something that is exciting, and yeah, it is bullish. I know some of the people will complain to say that it will, the inflation in China is going to be so high, but let me remind you, it is going to spike inflation of China to be so high. But let me remind you that inflation in China is less than 1%, which therefore, even this is to spike inflation. It might not be as bad as what we saw happening into the US the time they were injecting billions and billions into the markets back in 2020 during the pandemic. So it might not be as bad. Inflation might not be as bad, because right now inflation in China is extremely low, and therefore this injection of the massive stimulus might not cause that much of a harm, which is something that, of course, it's bullish, it's incredible, and it makes me today to want to load the bot. It's just that I don't have any money today to load, but if I had money, most definitely at market open I was going to inject money into the Chinese equities like Nio, because I know this is going to bring some massive change. This is going to revive Chinese equities like Nio, which is bullish, which is massive. I mean, you will know that a couple of days ago, in fact just 2 days ago, I think we're talking about the trading account or trading share accounts that were opened just for the month of October, which were around 6.8 million, which shows that even individual investors in China are waiting. This is the kind of news that are waiting for as the government prepares or does the final preparation of the massive stimulus, which, like I said, has been announced today. So yeah, man, this is real. It's about to go down, and we are going to definitely see the results or the good outcomes coming from this massive stimulus, which China just approved 6 trillion yen today. So I am happy, I am excited. Tell me what you think about this. I think we need to brace ourselves for what's coming. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering will definitely be rewarded in the long term. I mean, you know that after Donald Trump was re-elected as the president, we saw Chinese equities like Nio tanking quite sharply on Tuesday, which is something that was not good, which shows you, of course, the risks from the re-election, or which shows you some kind of risk that might come onto Chinese equities since Donald Trump has been, of course, re-elected. Yes, there might be some positives which we have discussed, or I have touched base on Tuesday. Immediately he was announced as the president of the US, which some of them are the wars might come to an end, which I won't go through them again, but showing these risks. I think China approving this $839 billion, it is showing risks that might come also with Trump winning the elections. So yeah, we need to brace ourselves, but I think so far so good for China. They are on the right direction. All we want to see now is of course, the positives that comes from the massive stimulus. I think China has already started injecting money into their economy, and it is working. There are already subsidies that, of course, they've implemented, or they are currently implementing onto those that are swapping their old cars for new cars, of up to 20,000 RMB for new energy vehicle cars like Nio, whilst they are offering 15,000 RMB for gas cars, which shows you they have started injecting money or making sure that they are doing initiatives that will boost their economy, which is massive, which is bullish. And to see that now there is $839 billion, or which just got approved today, it is more good news onto Chinese equities. And there's been a rumor, speculations that more subsidies might be coming to the new energy vehicle market, which will boost more sales, or which will give in more sales or bring in more sales onto Chinese equities like Nio, or new energy vehicle companies like Nio, which is massive, which is bullish, and we look forward to that. Otherwise, with all that, like I said, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I am happy, I am excited, and it's only a matter of time until we see this starting to play out and reflecting onto, of course, the markets, the economy, seeing the Chinese economy growing. It is only a matter of time. Otherwise, that's all from me. Do your own due diligence. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe. I mean, it takes me some time to do these videos, and all I ask from you is to hit that likes button onto this video. I mean, if you did enjoy the content that I was giving you about the massive announcement that just came from Beijing in China, of the government approving 6 trillion yen worth of stimulus, which is massive, which is good. And yeah, we look forward to the positive outcomes. Otherwise, I'll see you on my next video, and God bless you all.